What's going on, everyone? This is Jack with the Trading Tribe, and today we are back at it with another video. And we're actually going to review an actual trade that I took today in the markets, and specifically an options trade, and kind of review how the options trade went, really why I got in the trade, and really how you can make the same trades week to week in the options market. And today I actually saw a trade within the ROKU stock. And if we look here on my screen within ThinkorSwim's broker platform, here we're going to see on the left, right, I have a smart chart with ROKU pulled up. And this is actually the 1 year, 1 day chart. So this gives us a really good zoomed out view of the stock ROKU. And they're a technology company that mainly make TVs and other smart devices. And really for the last year, Roku has been building a base right down around $60, and we can see that Roku has essentially been grinding higher all of 2023. And with that, right, in the stock market, we typically will look for key levels when we're actually wanting to put on a trade. And so in this case, right, with Roku, as we've just mentioned, right, we have been consolidating for quite a while, right, for this entire year. Really, we've been between $60 and $100. And $100 or 97.1 in this case to be exact has been a pretty key level that I've been watching for really the entire year. So this has been a ceiling back in 2022 and then a ceiling multiple times this year already in 2023. Vice versa, right at the bottom of the channel, right, we have a key level right down around $66 for me, where we've actually had a ceiling level as well as a support or floor level somewhat supported throughout the entire year. So with Roku, right, being kind of range bound, it has been somewhat making higher highs and higher lows. So that's been really the main thing I've been watching. Typically, when stocks have a pretty big drop like Roku, they'll build a base and then begin to kind of go to the upside, especially when the recession kind of ends and the stock market really starts kind of going again, which it has in the past couple of weeks. A lot of the time, a lot of these stocks will kind of follow that. So with the stock market being so bullish, I have been super bullish in the markets. And within the options market specifically, really we can ride the coattail or ride the wave of that stock market rally. And in this case with Roku, kind of my idea coming into today was we're approaching that key level ceiling of $97. So I noticed that right over the weekend here. We're in late November of 2023, and we can see Roku pushed all the way up to that 97 level again, closed really strong kind of towards the latter end of November, and then right before Thanksgiving weekend, right, we kind of closed just as strong, right around that key level. And for me, what I did with options is I'll play a call. And in this case, I played a pretty safe call for about a month and a half out. So we can see I played a call that expires out in January of 2024. So this is a January 19th contract. If you haven't traded options before, I have a couple of videos on the channel kind of breaking down how this really works. But essentially what you're doing if you're buying calls is you're making a bet that the underlying stock, in this case Roku, will go above a certain price by a certain date. So this is essentially saying I think Roku will make it above $100 by the 19th of January 2024 in this example. And in this case, right, that's pretty safe because my idea is actually to get that breakout in the next couple weeks, right? I saw us coming close to that level. As you can see, I got in with a couple contracts here on Monday morning, the 27th, at about $5.53 per contract. With options, that equates to really that price per option contract times 100. So I was invested with about $1,100. And then really quickly, we can see this contract has essentially exploded to the upside really in 1 day. So it went from $5.50 at the lows to all the way above $9, I believe, by the end of the day. So I sold it a little bit early here. As we can see, really the entire day for Roku was strong. So if we drop down to the 2-day, 1-minute time frame, we can see really how it performed today. I bought the options contract. I have these two charts synced so you can kind of see. I bought these contracts up here before we actually got above that key level with that idea of that breakout occurring within the next couple weeks. And that's why I bought that extra time on these option contracts. And then obviously as this thing started to work, I began to scale out. So we can see I scaled out one shortly after buying, and then I sold out another kind of towards this higher end of the move, right? Once that explosive breakout had happened and I started seeing sellers in the market, it was actually this first turn here where I actually got kind of shaken out of the trade. It obviously ended up working even better. So by the end of the day, those contracts have essentially doubled. So they've gone from about 5 to 10. And just to show you really how explosive that growth can be, really based on your contract size, you can essentially multiply that by 100. So even if you're just trading one contract here of maybe $500 worth of money, right, that can easily go to almost $1,000, making you about $500 per contract. This actually happened all in one day as well. So I was prepared to take this over the week or over the month. That's why I had given myself so much time on this contract. In this case, right, the breakout actually occurred today, which was why I actually got out of the contracts today because that move actually came to fruition. But just wanted to show really how profitable these options trades can be when you mix that price action and key level finding with those smart option contracts that are going to expire in the money. Wanted to show kind of how I put a trade together start to finish. If this was valuable, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. We have a ton of really cool content coming in 2024. So if that excites you, feel free to subscribe for more. If you have any questions, leave them down below and we'll talk next time. Thanks everyone.